What's happening YouTube? How's things? Now, I've got some news which some people might think's good, some people might think's bad, but either way I find it quite interesting concerning Doctor Who. Now, I've actually pulled up the wrong article on my phone here, but it still applies just as much, so just read a little bit of it for you. Now, just a couple of weeks after Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson hit the screens with the debut episode of Doctor Who, a cloud of uncertainty already looming over their future with the show. While both actors are still filming their second series to air in 2025, interviews on their futures have cast doubt on whether they'll be back for a third. Firstly, Millie Gibson's recent interview with Fabric Magazine favored the speculation discussing her plans for 2024. Gibson said, "I think now that the strike's over, I'll be auditioning again for parts and seeing what's out there." Now, it was Millie Gibson who was pushing the scene about Gen Z and the wokeness and stuff, and she is being replaced with another diverse character. Also, Ncuti Gatwa has decided he wants to go back to doing theatre productions, working with the theatre, whatever, like, and his replacement, and with this by generation and all the rest of it, and prequels and Doctors, they had Tennant back as the 14th or the 11th, whatever it is now, and all Doctors are by generated. But believe it or not, the replacement is Matt Targaryen Smith. That was supposed to be on a loop, that was. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, Matt Smith coming back. And some people might see that as a good thing, but Russell LGBT Davies, because that's the most important thing about him, he goes on about progressiveness and the future, and yet, they had Tennant back, obviously to pull the crowd in, and, pull the crowd, people who loved him, and now Matt Smith is more popular than ever with his portrayal of Daemon Targaryen and House of the Dragon, so... like I say, Russell LGBT Davies, because that's the most important thing about him. Obviously, the ratings speak for themselves, don't they? And like I say, getting someone who's now more popular than ever to come back, who a lot of people loved him as. I don't know what number Doctor he was, to be honest. And I didn't watch a lot of the series he was in, but he's a great actor and he's got a presence all of his own. Another thing as well I'd like to say to Russell LGBT Davies, because that's the most important thing about him. I've got a cane here. I'm actually getting a proper walking stick next week. I'm seeing a specialist, and I'll soon be applying for a mobility scooter because I've got spinal arthritis, and I've also got a rare disease that's I can't even pronounce it properly. Vascular something necrosis. Basically, the blood vessels around my pelvis and hips and that are dying, and basically I'm losing the ability to walk, basically. So what he's saying is, in his head, someone in a wheelchair or someone with this is an evil person, and that's what he's trying to say. Well, Mr. LGBT Davies, because that's the most important thing about you, when I get my Mutability scooter, it'll help me to go to the shop and do my shopping and make my regular trips to the doctors and stuff that I have to do because of the pain that I'm in. I won't be sticking no turbos on it or, hidden missiles or whatever. I'm just a normal person that unfortunately has come down with this unfortunate disability that's, I'm losing the ability to walk basically. And in your head, your progressive head, oh, that's got connotations of evil. Get a life. Progressive, woke. You're regressive. You're ticking boxes. You're putting people in boxes. And by getting Matt Smith back, just shows that you've got no ideas. Your big gay adventure isn't as popular as what you think. And also, this soundtrack and playing the original soundtrack, if people knew what went into producing this soundtrack, which I think is one of the most iconic of all time, what they had to do with the little bits of strips of, running it through the machine and that took time, patience, and imagination. And unfortunately, it seems that the BBC have just sold out to Disney and have just sold out to this woke ideology. It's not working. Anyway, let me know what you people think. Are you looking forward to Matt Smith coming back, or Ncuti Gatwa leaving? Or have you just had enough, or do you want more? Thanks for listening. Population Nation out.